Hi, I'm Brad Stanton, and I'm here to talk to you about principles for success. Whether you want to earn twice as much money as you're earning now in a year's time, or if you want to lose weight, or if you just want to do better at your career, or you want better, happier relationships, just about any goal or dream in your life, you can put these principles into action to get success in these areas of your life. Now, these are not just my ideas. I read many, many books, and during my lifetime, I've put a lot of these ideas into practice. I know they work. I've read countless testimonies of people who've used them. They worked for them. And so I'll tell you some of the basic ideas for success in anything you do in your life. Let's take an example of Brian Tracy. He writes a lot about how to achieve success. He did not do well in high school. He dropped out of high school. Before he dropped out of high school, his grades were not good. He flunked out of English class, and yet he went on to write books. His books have sold millions of copies, and he's made an awful lot of money, millions of dollars from that. But before he began writing books, like I say, he dropped out of high school. He found a laboring job. He went from one job to the next because he really wasn't very good at any of them. He ended up in sales, didn't sell very well, but he found one person who could sell 10 times more than everybody else. And this one salesman was selling to the same people, selling the same product in the same territory during the same time, and yet he always made 10 times more money than anybody else. So Brian Tracy went to him and asked him how he did it. And the man began to give him a plan of how he achieved his success. Well, Brian Tracy put these ideas into action, and he began to sell better and better and better. He began to read books about how to sell, how to be successful. He ended up being a manager in the sales department, and pretty soon he started reading books about how to do that, and he became successful at that. You know, it's really true. Leaders are readers, or maybe you get your information from videos like this one. But either way, you have to keep learning, learn new ideas, and put these ideas into practice. Otherwise, you're going to stay wherever you are in life. Now, a lot of people say, gosh, I would like to have better relationships. I would like to double my money. I'd like to be financially independent. I'd like to lose weight, but I've tried it in the past and it didn't work, so I'm not going to keep trying. Well, you know, you don't have to stay where you were. You can completely change your life for the better if you put certain principles into action. Now, the underlying principle that's behind the other principles that I talk about in my blog, bradstanton.com. It's free. You can go there and read it anytime you want. It doesn't cost anything. The underlying principle is the law of cause and effect. That's an ironclad law. It is a law of the universe. It works for everybody, and it works every time. It can work for you or it can work against you, because cause and effect is basically the law of sowing and reaping. In other words, you reap what you sow, you get what you give. Things happening to you in life are happening because of things you've done in the past or things you've said in the past. You can change that for the better. You can take control of your life and make your life a whole lot better. Or you can continue, if you're not very happy with your life, you can just kind of continue on and it doesn't get any better. You need to change your thoughts, because before you say anything, before you do anything, there has to be a thought. So if you change the way you think, that's going to change your words, it's going to change your actions. Being positive and faith-filled, believing in what you're doing, believing in yourself, is going to bring about a big change in your life. It has for me. Now, these principles will not only help you achieve success, they will also make you happier while you're working toward that success, because these principles say, be optimistic, don't be pessimistic. Be filled with faith, don't be always thinking things are not going to work. And as you do this, you're going to renew your mind by transforming the way you think, and you're going to have a better life. They say success leaves tracks. That means when someone follows a successful path, you could look at his tracks, learn from him, find out what he did, do the same thing, and you're going to achieve success too. So if you study what it takes to be successful, you really can be successful. It takes persistence, hard work, discipline. It takes a lot of time sometimes. But if you learn to love your work, you'll be okay. You will achieve success. Find something in life that you really enjoy doing and work towards that. Most people are not really satisfied with their relationships in life or the amount of money they make or their career. They want to do better, and they can do better. You can do better if you apply these laws of success in your life. Brian Tracy says you are only one skill away from doubling your income. Now, he lists about 15 different skills, and I'll tell you where his YouTube video is here in just a minute. But before I do that, I have made a brief outline of his speech. It's a 45-minute lecture, and I've condensed it down into one blog post, and I'll give you that here on the screen. But he says you're only one skill away from doubling your income in a year. That means you're only one skill away from having more friends, or one skill away from improving your relationship with your wife or your husband or your kids. You're only one skill away from doing much better in your career. So take a look at these ideas on my free blog, and I'll be making more YouTube videos later. Tell me what you think, leave a comment. Thanks, and have a great life.